Good morning, friends. I'm going to give a little video here, and I want to talk about what is going on in the cult tower. From what I'm seeing now, that Kim and Mikey are putting a hurting on the cult tower. Absolutely. Now, it's going to be very hard to even put a dent into this cult, but every little bit helps. And the cult tower is so afraid, I believe now, that Kim and Mikey has their number. He and his wife has their number. And the cult tower is worried about this. They're not saying that, though. You know, that's only normal. They wouldn't say it. But it's hurting them. It's hurting them. I see that coffin he got in there and putting people on there has left this nonsense. You know, that little coffin he has is not big enough now. I remember one time there was about 3 or 4 on there. But now it seems like to me he's run out of room. And he knows he's got to get a 4x8 piece of plywood now to keep putting all these here people that are leaving on that coffin lid. I don't know how in the heck he's going to cut out a lid on a 4x8 piece of plywood, but I know he can do it. He will do it because he got the smarts up here to do it. And I believe that him and his lovely wife are doing more than any apostates on this websites. They are doing more. I do not see where they get their energy from. Well, he claims it's the M&Ms. Well, if that's the case, then, well, you don't need to send him none, because I think in his last video he said he's got enough. People are sending him M&Ms all over the world to keep his energy level up. But even without M&Ms, I believe his zeal to help all those that are still locked in this nonsense, this racket that's going on in this cult tower. But you know, there's another fella that I failed to mention. He really has their number on investments and stocks. And that's Jason Zelda. Jason Zelda has his act together. Between those two, or those three, Kim and Mikey and Jason Zelda, boy, they are putting a hurting on the cult tower. This Jason Zelda, he's got all this information on how they trick people into leaving their retirement funds, their insurance policies, their bonds, their stocks, their certificates. He names things I've never even heard of what they'll do to get a hold of people's stocks and the things they have stored up to leave their children. But this cult tower is very, very powerful. After they have brainwashed all these people into this nonsense, they end up leaving all their material things that they had on this earth to the cult tower. Now, you know, you got to be pretty messed up in the head to do that. This cult tower, friends, is very, very smart. It got nothing to do with religion. Got nothing to do with God. That's all a front. That's all this is. But you know, their days are numbered. Because, you know, evil can only last for so long. And the saying in the Bible about that one day that the last will become first and the first will become last. Well, the cult tower is right in there, and they are now last. They were first at one time, but thanks to Zelda, Jason Zelda, and Kim and Mikey, these people have become first, and the cult tower has become last. That's one scripture that is fulfilling itself right in our day. Yes, the cult tower. The cult tower. When you look at Jason Zelda's information he has, and you can get right off the internet. It's public viewing. You can see it. Anybody can see it. Their information on their taxes. You can get it right on the YouTube. It is there. All you have to do is type it in. But you have to watch Jason first. You'll get more of what I'm talking about. He has his act together. He knows what the heck he's doing. But these two parties are really putting a hurting on the cult tower. You know, friends, I remember a time that the cult tower had no competition. They had no competition at all. They went up and down this damn world knocking on doors, and people were swarming into that nonsense. It sounded good. It sounded good to me. Yes, it sounded good. But now, all these years that have went by, all I'm seeing now is a repetition of the same old nonsense. Their excuses for all the fairs they had. Leave it up to Jehovah. Well, Kim Mikey, Jason Zelda, has left it up to Jehovah. And guess what, friends? Jehovah has answered. He has answered. Yes. He has answered the cult tower now. They are now last on their brainwashing. The word's getting around. When you see them hanging out in front of subways, bus stations, anywhere that people are now with these damn stupid looking carts. Like a big book company. That's what they are anyway. They're only fulfilling what they are. That's all they're doing. But now they're giving it away. Now, friends, if they're giving all this stuff away, of course, it's not big as the Watchtower used to be, or the weight used to be, or the hard-bound books. Well, you know, they ain't gonna give them away. They don't even make them no more. But they're giving these little tracts, like, you know, maybe 12 inches long and 6-7 inches wide. They're thin as toilet tissue. Toilet tissue. See? They're doing this all over the world now because out of desperation. This is what they're resorting to. Out of desperation. Out of desperation, they got these carts all over the world now. They didn't have that before. But this is now out of desperation. They have these carts. And guess what, friends? These zombies that are in front of these carts are standing there all day. They got to pay for them. They have to pay for the carts. Can you imagine how stupid and how dumb can you be standing there all day hoping someone will come around and take a copy of this propaganda you got sitting on your carts? It's all propaganda. And from what I've seen on YouTube, I don't see nobody walking up there taking any. See? But they get their hours in as if that's the only thing that counts. They get their 10 hours in that day. Yeah. Standing there all damn day while these damn old roosters, these 7 old roosters, sit up there in Warwick, living like a king, and these damn stupid people out there upholding it. You can't tell them nothing. How in the world can you ask them about the Royal Commission and they never heard of it? They never heard of it. Well, you know, friends, I have reached a conclusion on that. I believe a lot of them have heard of it, but they're scared to say it. They're scared to say it. How in the world this year 2017 can you say you never heard of the Royal Commission in Australia? How can you say that? How can you say you never heard of a child being molested? It's all over the news. You know they're lying. So, you know, it's either one or the other, friends. Either these here zombies know and won't say nothing, or maybe they really haven't seen it. See? It could go either way. But knowing how human beings are, curiosity will get to you eventually. You might hit that Google searching for something, and you're bound to see it sooner or later. Well, friends, I'm going to close this here little video because I have things to do. I'm still trying to keep this house clean, and it's hard to do it by yourself now. Now I know what my wife went through. You don't ever know till you have to do it, friends. But I want to close it with this here statement. If you have never been on YouTube and typed in the search bar Jason Zelda, Z-E-L-D-A, Jason Zelda, this brother, boy, he has his act together. This guy has his smarts, and he was never a Jehovah's Witness. Then on the other hand, there's Kim and Mikey, who spent 42 years in this nonsense. That's all it is nonsense. Upholding a bunch of damn crooks up in Warwick, New York. And yeah, while I'm on Warwick, can you believe that a big corporation like that would be spraying water on 20 or 30 people there that don't agree with them? Spraying water on them. And it's raining. It's raining, yet they got their spraying hoses on. That shows how evil and hateful these damn people are. They are hateful. They are mean. They are evil. They're every damn thing negative. That's what they are. They prove it by their actions. They think they're going to hold up there and no one's going to do nothing to them. But things have changed. You know, I seen those brothers there walking around outside that compound. They didn't have many there with them, but their intentions were pure. Was pure. They were doing the right thing. And yet, this evil, evil corporation treated them like they were John Dillinger. John Dillinger. What do they have to hide? See? This shows how evil they are. Turning on damn water hoses. Just like we were living in the 60s, where the blacks had their problems. How they had to undergo water hoses put on them. Of course, they didn't use water hoses, but I wouldn't put it past them not to do it if it really called for it. They used sprinklers to keep the people off their ground, their holy ground. Them damn crooks. You know, they better be glad that those people that were out there picketing or whatever they were doing, they better be glad that they didn't have the attitude that the blacks had back in the 60s. They better be glad, because they would have tore the damn water hoses down. They would have turned that damn little shack there they had for guards, they would have turned it upside down and set it on fire. Hey? Maybe that's what they need. Maybe that's what they need. You know, you don't gain freedom unless you fight for it. And fighting for freedom, friends, is a hard thing to do. It's hard to hold back from doing to those that did it to you. It's hard to hold back. And if I was in my young days, I'd probably took a damn knife and cut the damn hoses up. But I'm not young no more. I can't do that. But they better be glad that those few people that were there were not of the 60s crowd, because they wouldn't have no damn water hose to turn on the next day. No, they wouldn't. Or sprinkler systems, whatever you want to call it. So, friends, I'm going to get off here now, but I'm going to leave it with this here. Tune in to Kim and Mikey and Jason Zelda. Them two groups will do more to bring this damn cult to their knees than all the other videos on here. 'Cause it all helps though. Oh yeah, it all helps. But I'm just trying to tell you, give credit where credit is due. These people work tirelessly to help bring this damn crooked, evil book publishing company down to its knees. Thank you, friends, and may God bless. I know I'm ranting, but I'm going to do like they do. They caused it. They made me this way. I didn't make myself this way. They made me this way. They taught me how to do this. Thank you, friends, and God bless.